This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Today, first we start with the installation and configuration. Okay. So, how to install and configure Power BI? That's very simple. For that, just use any of your favorite browser and just enter Power BI desktop download, and you see the first link downloads Microsoft Power BI. Just select this link. Okay, and just scroll down. Here you see all the components: Power BI desktop, Power BI mobile, Microsoft on-premises data gateway, and on-premises reporting with the Power BI report server and Power BI reporting. Out of these 5 components, we are going to start with the Microsoft Power BI. Here you see download and the advanced download options. Go to the advanced download option, and here this is a download. Before you download, just go to the details of the Power BI. Under the details, here it shows the version, when this version has been released, and size. And next here, an overview about Power BI Desktop. That is nothing but using Power BI Desktop, what we can do: getting data, create relationships, create reports, pages, dashboards, and save reports and publish into Power BI services. However, we are going to cover all this on time. Okay, but as a developer, you should aware about it. Like what we can do using Power BI Desktop, just go through it. And next, system requirements. System requirement is nothing but what is the OS and memory that is required to install and configure Power BI Desktop in your machine. And next, how to install installation instruction that we are going to do. So just go through it and click on download. Once you click on download, it will get redirected to the download page. Here, you need to choose which bit you want, 64 or 32-bit. Always go with the 64-bit. Okay, select it, click on next. It starts downloading the installation file. Let it download. It won't take more than 2 minutes. Meanwhile, we explain about the OS. It supports, Power BI supports only Windows as of now. Okay, which OS? Windows. Unix, Linux, Red Hat, no other OSs apart from the Windows as of now. Okay, but if you want to install on Mac Vision, still there is some add-ons like using the project engine, we can do that. So I think someone was asking us today, can I install Power BI on Mac Vision? I said no, it's not possible directly. You have to go with the VMbox or TurboZetto. Okay, Windows. And remember, note, Microsoft releases updated version every month. Means they keep on adding new features and release it every month in the second or third week. So every month they release new version that you can find here. If you go to the details, you see here version 2.81. When it's published, May 21st. Okay, and this is a size of 64 MB, and this is a size of 32 bit. Okay, So our installation file has been downloaded. Just double click on it. Okay. Here, this is the setup window. Welcome to the Microsoft Power BI Desktop 64 Setup Wizard. Okay. First is what? Select language. Language is nothing but in which language you are going to do the development. Most of the time I can select 98% of the development takes in the English. Why? Because all our databases, everything will be in the English. Sometimes when you work with the European clients, sometimes you may like German, uh, Japanese language. For that, they can use that languages. Okay, but most of the development will take the place in English. So go with the default English. But it supports the other languages also. So click on next and allow the program. Yes, user control. Yes, it's going to start the installation. It takes a couple of minutes. Okay, now it's preparing for the installation. So when Power BI installs, click on next. You need to accept the license and click on next. This is the location. What is this location? Destination folder. That is nothing but using Power BI desktop, we will be doing a lot of activities like development and all. In the back end, it uses different components. Let's say, for example, I want to connect to the data source SQL Server. I just use Power BI and use option called get data and connect to the SQL Server. But in the back end, what are the components it uses? First, to connect to the SQL Server in the back end, Power BI uses connectors. There are 100 different type of databases like a cloud databases, RDBMS, DBMS, and within those different servers. SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, Hadoop. For all this, Power BI uses different connectors. Let's say I'm connecting to Excel. For that, it uses Cat5 connectors. If I connect to the SQL Server, in the backend, it uses SQL Server connectors. If I connect to MySQL, it uses MySQL connectors. All those information will be, all those connectors will get stored in this location. Also, logs, cache, everything will be stored in this location. If you want to change the location, you can change it. Okay, just click on next and next install. It's going to take a couple of minutes. At the time of installation, Power BI is going to check all the system required configurations like OS, do you have enough space to get installed, check the back. Okay. In the final step, click on finish. Now our system is going to open Power BI desktop automatically because I have selected an option launch automatically. You see, it's initializing the Power BI desktop. If you look at my desktop, see here, I have a Power BI desktop. Okay, and it's opening. Okay, this is how it looks when you open the Power BI for the first time. This is the, I can say, welcome window. Power BI desktop, get data, reference users, and sign in. And this is the information related to forums and tutorials. We're not going to do anything with this window. Just close it. Just close it. Okay. Once you close the welcome window, this is how Power BI interface, Power BI desktop interface looks like. Here we have some options, and here there are some icons. Here there are some icons under white space, next filters, visualizations, and what fields. Okay. You see this first one. I have the frame on my PPT. You see this section called menu bar. Which section? See this section. This is called what? Menu bar. There is nothing there. You see file, home, insert, modeling, view, and help. This section we call it as what? Menu bar. PBS stands for Power BI Desktop. I'm separating into the sections so that you can understand easily. At the time of development, also, let's say if you have any doubts, if you approaches forums or any calls, communities, they give suggestions. Go to the menu bar and go to the ribbon navigations. So you should know what are these menu bar and ribbon navigations. So that's the reason I have separated into different sections. The first one, this is what? Menu bar. First one is what? Menu bar. And second one, this one. You see, uh, there are some icons. Here's some icons. Here, here, here. Like a keyboard, data, query, insert, calculations, and show. This entire section, you see, I kept in the box. This is we call it as what? Ribbon. What do we call? Ribbon. And third one, we are done with the horizontal. This one, menu bar. And next one, ribbon. Next left side, you see, separated by like some blue line. There are three icons. This entire section, we call it as a navigations. I have the same in PPT. You see, I kept in one box. This is called what? Navigations. Next one, this white space. You see here, from here to here, here, this entire one. This is we call it as what? Canvas. What? Canvas. And next, you see here, filters, and there is a button to collapse or expand or hide, show. This one we call it as a filters section. What do we call? Filters. This one is called filters. Next one, visualizations. You can hide or you can show this visualization section. You see, now I have hidden with the help of what? With this button. You see this arrow mark here? Hide, expand. This called visualization section. And the last one, fields. You can hide, you can show. Fields. Fields are data section. Okay, so we have separated this Power BI desktop interface into 7 different sections. First one is menu bar, second one ribbon, third one navigations, fourth one canvas, fifth one filters, and sixth one visualizations, and the last one fields. Total we have 7 different sections. In the development, we use all these Like I can use options from the ribbon, options from the visualizations, and data from the field sections. And to perform the filters, I use filter section. If I want to perform any formatting options, I go and make use of the options from the toolbar. Okay. As a developer, you should know all these sections. Okay. What first section, second, third, like that. First one is menu bar, second one, ribbon, third one, navigation, fourth one, canvas, the next, filters, visualizations, and fields. Okay. So once we configure Power BI desktop, next we start with the development. To develop any reports using Power BI desktop, what we need? First thing we need data. Without data, we cannot do anything in Power BI. Not only in Power BI, in any reporting tool. The foremost thing, data. Without data, we cannot do anything. So we jump into the data section. Before we go there, any doubts so far on installation and configuration and about these sections?
No, sir.
All of you.
No, sir.
Okay, good. So then let's jump into the data. Okay, to make you understand, all of you, let me take one Excel file and then we can show the same thing in database servers. So let me open an Excel which has some data. Okay. So let's say initially I'm going to use this data to explain about the scenarios. Going forward, we keep on changing the different domains data, but initially I use this data. I will be sharing the same data set with you people for the practice. Okay. Apart from this, I will share some other domains data like banking and instance data sets with you people. We can use that also in our training sessions and practice purposes also for the database. Okay. One sec. Okay. This is data. Okay. So first thing, what is data? Data is nothing but, in simple words, collection of facts such as number, word, measurements, observations, or in simple words, I can say it's just description of the things. Okay, whatever the activities that we do in the back end, we will be using some data. Even to have a conversation, we use words. That is also data. Okay, so the data can be in different formats. Like the data can be stored in the flat files or in the databases, also in the cloud, whatever the system. Okay, so first, before we jump into the databases and all, you should know what is data. What is the look I said? Okay, it's just information. Okay, or collection of characters, numbers, words. Okay, and as a developer, when we talk about data, you should know few things about the data. Like I can say, data elements. This is nothing but, let's say, here I have Excel data, Excel file, and looking at this Excel file, See here, the Excel file name is sample U, and here we have three different sheets. One sheet name is orders, another one details, another one is data. One Excel file can contain as many as sheets. Okay, and each file, this is nothing but one sheet. In technical terminology, this is a table. What it is? Table. So what is table? Table is nothing but intersection of rows and columns. So in this table, which is a column, let's say I have selected row ID. This is one column. Order ID. This is one column. This is one column. What is row? This is row. And this is cell. Okay. Column, row, and what? Cell. Got it? The intersection of rows and columns is called what? A table. And table contains elements. Okay. This is nothing but columns, and what? Rows. And let's say I have selected this column. What is this column name? Row ID. This column, order ID. This column, order date. So what are all these? These all are field names. What? Field name. If someone asks, let's say, what is Leeds? I can say Leeds is a city. How I can say that? Here, the Leeds is coming from a field, and that field name is what? City. With the help of field name, I can say Leeds is a city. West Bromwich, city. How I can say? With the help of this field name. What it is? Field name. So we can call it as a field name or column name, or in database terminology we call it as a metadata or header. Okay, field names or column name or metadata or header. Four names. Anything got this one. Field names. In flat files we call it as a field name or column name. In database we call it as a metadata or header. Okay, remember that. So when you are working with the business people, they usually say field or column. When you are working with the database people, they call it as a metadata or header. Of course, it's not a rule, but they can use any of these four names. But still, what it is field or header, whatever it is. And next, this is what? Values. What? Values. Or I can also say it as information. In technical terminology, values. What are the values we have in city? What are the values we have in segment? What are the values we have in customer? Okay, this is all what? Values. So field name is header, metadata, or column names, and each column is containing some value. Okay, so as a developer, once you receive any data, first thing you need to check how many columns are there. Why you need to know that number of columns? You should know that because to analyze how big your data set is, how much time it will take to load the data into Power BI and then to refresh the reports. Okay, that is the one. Next one, number of records. How many records are there? In this one, the last one is what? We have 10,001, but here records are 10,000. The first one will be our metadata field. So we need to check as a developer, analyze the data size by going to the analyze the data size by taking number of columns and number of records, so that we can analyze how long it will take to load and refresh the data. Very, very important. Okay. Before you jump into the development, once if you receive the data, you need to analyze the data size by taking number of columns, number of records. Very, very important. Who will give you the data, or how you get the data? The data will be shared by who has given the requirement to you. Let's say your manager comes to you and he asks you to develop the reports. The first question you will be asking, okay, what is the data? He says, okay, I will share the data in Excel file, or I will give you the access to the databases, or I will give you the access to the cloud database, whatever. Once you get the access, first thing you need to do what is the data, how big it is, and next, after this, what you need to analyze. You need to analyze data types in a table. Data types of each column. What? Data types of each column in a table. So what is data type? Data type is nothing but very simple. Let's say I say name. This name will be contained like a, it contains A to Z. Does name contain special characters like this? No, right? Yes or no?
No.
Name contains what? Characters. There is nothing but I can say A to Z. Next, date of birth.
Alphabets.
What date of birth contains?
Numbers.
The numbers with special character.
No. Date of birth is going to be always in the format of what? Date. Always in the format of what? Date. Next, they ask name and date of birth. Let's say you are filling some application for the unemployment. Let's say salary. What it is going to be?
Numbers.
Numbers. So we have mainly three type of data types in Power BI. Of course, we do have close to 9 to 10. Out of those, these three are important. Name, date of birth, salary. This is just an example, but I can say string, date, and integer. String. What is string? String is nothing but a field which contains characters. Like I can say A to Z or A to Z alphabets with some special characters also. Date is nothing but dates. That's nothing but a field which gives information about calendar or dates. In this, a field which contains or gives numerical information. That's it. Okay. These are the three main data types we have in Power BI. Okay. So now, as a developer, once you get the data, what you need to do? You need to analyze data size first, and then you need to analyze the data type of each field. How I can analyze? Now I have given some just information. What? String, date, integer. What is string? A field which contains or gives, yeah, a field which contains characters, or a field which contains characters and special characters, also called a string. Not only characters, sometimes what happens, let's say I take your email ID as an example. Email ID can like this, right? I can say your name, and you might have used some digits, and then finally a special character, and next dot delimiter. These are. This is also going to be a string. This is one example. Another example, let's say I have placed an order in some.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the string you have mentioned that a field contains character or field which contains character. But what you mentioned like in the email is numeric information also there, no, sir?
Yes.
Then here in string numeric information also will be provided.
Yeah, you can do that. Or character and
With
special characters and numbers. Okay.
okay.
I said and, remember that I didn't say are. Characters and special characters and numbers. Okay. Let's say in which scenario we get this one. Like let's say in case if you place an order in online portals like food delivery or anything, you might have received like like a order ID ABC 123 hash. Okay. This also here it contains three different characters. One is character, another one is integer, another one is special character. This is also going to be what? Our string. Okay. In simple words, a field which is not giving only numerical information, or apart from integer and the dates, whatever that we have, that is going to be a string. Okay. In most of the cases. Going forward, you see that. Clear? Any doubts?
Yes.
Now let's start with the data analysis.
No.
Okay. So this is a table that we are going to use in the training sessions in the initial day. So now I want to analyze the data types of each and every field in this table. How I can do that? I have already analyzed the number of columns we have. We have 20 columns, and next we have 10,000 array counts. Next, what? As a developer, need to analyze the data by going through each and every field in the table. First one, row ID. So in row ID, what information I have? I have numerical information. So here, all are numbers. Okay. So what is the data type of this field? What information it is giving? Numerical information, or date information,
Integer.
or character. This is what? Integer, right? So this is going to be what? Integer. In real time, you no need to mention like an integer and all. I'm doing it to make you understand. Okay? This is what? Integer. And next one is what?
Okay.
Order ID. And what information it is
Alrighty.
giving? Order ID. It is first characters, and then special characters, and then numbers. So what is the data type of this field?
Strings. Integer.
String.
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 Yes. It is what? String. Next one is what? Order date.
Date.
The name of the field itself giving an information to
Date.
you. This is what? Date. Right? And next one, ship date. This is also same. Date, right?
Date.
Next one, ship mode. What information it is giving?
String.
It is
String,
giving
sir.
text information. So it is string. And next,
String,
customer
sir.
ID. What it is?
String.
This is also a string. Next, customer name. This is also what? String,
String.
right?
String.
So like this, you need to identify each and every field data type. Okay. You see, product ID, it contains alphabets and numbers and special characters. This is also comes under what? String. Okay. And finally, here we have some information about what? Sales. It is what? Sales. Sales always it contains only the numbers, right? It's going to be what? Integer. Next, quantity. Quantity, the form of quantity is what? Numbers. This is also int. Discount, int. Profit, integer. Like this, you need to analyze the data type of each and every field. It won't take hardly, let's say now here we have 20 fields. It won't take hardly like 2 to 3 minutes. Yes or no? Right? Once if you get hands-on, like if you practice on daily basis for a couple of hours, going forward, it won't take more than 1 minute to analyze the data types of a table which contains 20 or 50. If it contains 200, it won't take hardly 5 minutes to analyze the data type of each and every field. Of course, you no need to remember the data type of each and every field, but at the time of development, it's going to be very useful for you to analyze the data and to perform the development. So you should know the data type of each and every field, but no need to remember. Why you should know? To analyze the data, which is going to help you to in the development. So you should know the data type. So in Power BI, mainly we have three: string, date, and integer. We do have other data types also. We discuss about them later. Clear? So what is string? String is nothing but a field which gives an information or which contains characters, or a field which contains characters and numbers, or a field which contains characters, special characters, and numbers is called a string. Next one is what? Date. What is date? It is nothing but a field which gives calendar or dates information is called what? Date field. Next, integer. A field which gives a numerical information, it is called what? An integer field. Any doubts on it?
No, sir.
All of you.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Remember, this is very, very important. Going forward, when we talk about some aggregations and all, it's going to help you a lot. Okay. And next, once if you analyze data size and data types of each and every field, then next what? Now you need to decide here. In this Excel file, I have three tables and I am using the orders table. Next, after the step, how to load the data into Power BI desktop. Why? Because I need to use this data to develop the reports in Power BI. So the next step is what? How to load the data into Power BI. Why I need to load the data into Power BI? To develop the reports, we need data. Without data, we cannot do anything in any reporting tools. Remember that. Okay. So next, we need to start with the data connections. This data connections is nothing but loading the data, into Power BI. But this is not the right technical terminology. Loading the data into Power BI. So we simply call it what? Data connections. What do we call? Data connection. So what we do using data connections? With the help of data connections, we can connect to the source data or to the data sources. What? Data connections. With the help of data connections, we can connect to the data sources using Power BI. Okay. Now I'm going to load this data into Power BI. How to load the data into Power BI? That's very simple. Now you need to go and use an option from the ribbon. Now I don't know what is ribbon or where is ribbon. That is the reason initially we have discussed about what sections of our Power BI desktop. Menu bar, ribbon, navigation, canvas, filters, visualization, and what fields. Now I know what is a ribbon section. This is the ribbon section. And from here, within the ribbon, you see here there are 4 different icons, and here I have 6. You see it has been separated with the line. That means this entire section is something which is going to be related to clipboard. That is nothing but related to formatting or copy paste. We discuss this later. Next one, data section. Within the data, we have 6 different icons. And next, blank. Next, we have another section, queries. Next, insert. And next, calculations. And next, shape. Out of all these, there are 6 different proportions in this one. Out of these 6, which section is talking about the data? The second one. You see here, this is clipboard, and then data, query, insert, calculations, and shape. But out of these 6, only this is giving some information, or it is showing data. Using any options from this one, I can go and connect to the data using Power BI. You see this first one, what? Get data. Okay. If I place cursor, it is showing connect to data from multiple sources. That is nothing but using Power BI, you can connect to as many as data sources. That is the multiple data sources. Okay. So using ribbon and from the data section, and then using what? Get data option, I can connect to the source data or data source. Okay.